Hi again, darling. Today we are going to tackle Unit 9, Lesson 2, the last vocabulary lesson which we are going to tackle in this academic year. It is a highly enjoyable one, as the common saying goes, a cherry on a top. Okay, let's start with the discussion question. In some jobs, it is necessary to take risk. Discuss. Well, actually, taking a risk in some jobs is essential because the more risk you take, the more experience you will gain. As the common saying goes, you cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. In other words, taking risks not only will present you with new career opportunities and new perspectives, but also a failure will teach you an important lesson and a success will open the door to new possibilities. Okay, please open your pupil's book on Unit 9, Lesson 2. We're going to read the article about a researcher called Sylvia Earle. What was a tektite habitat? It's research, but not as we know it. Let's read it. If the word researcher brings to mind someone who works in a laboratory doing experiments or reads all day in a library, then meet Dr. Sylvia Earle. Dr. Earle has carried out much of her research deep under the sea. Her outstanding work at sea has included leading around 70 expeditions and spending over 6,500 hours under the water. She also holds the world record for the deepest solo walk on the ocean floor at a depth of 381 meters. It's no wonder she has been given the nickname Her Deepness. So the highlighted words are the words that we are going to discuss. Researcher. Researcher. Noun. Someone whose job is to study a subject carefully, especially in order to discover new information or understand the subject better. Bring to mind. Bring to mind, it's an idiom that means to make you remember something. Like when I tell you this music brings to mind my grandparents, for example. Laboratory. Laboratory, and if you tackled it with the American accent, it will be laboratory. Okay, it is noun that means a special room or building in which a scientist does experiments or prepares substances. Carry out. Carry out. It's a phrasal verb that means to do or complete something. Outstanding. Outstanding, it is an adjective that means excellent. Expedition. Expedition, it is a noun that means a long and carefully organized journey, especially to a dangerous or unfamiliar place or the people that make this journey. Holds the world record. Holds the world record. It's an idiom that means to have a particular position in a competition. Nickname. Noun. A name given to someone, especially by their friends or family, that is not real name. Okay, let's complete. As a child, Dr. Earle was always interested in wildlife and was never afraid to investigate nature. Her parents told her to touch animals and insects and not to be afraid of them. When she was older, she was given the opportunity to develop this interest thanks to scholarship to study botany at university. She also enrolled on courses in scuba diving and decided to devote herself to marine biology. It was this decision and her determined character that led her to have truly remarkable career. Let's discuss the highlighted words. Investigate. Investigate. Verb. To examine something to discover the truth about it. Opportunity. Opportunity. Noun. A chance to do something. Scholarship. Scholarship. Noun. An amount of money that is given to someone by an educational organization to help pay for their education. Enroll. Enroll. Verb. To arrange to join a school, university, or course. Devote. Verb. Devote. To give your time and effort completely to something or someone you believe in. Marine. Marine. It's an adjective that means something related to the sea. Remarkable. Remarkable. Adjective. Unusual or special, worth mentioning. Career. Career. It's noun. A job which you do for a long period of time. After several years of diving, Dr. Earl asked if she could take part in a research expedition in an underwater laboratory. The laboratory was called a tectite habitat, and it allowed divers to remain under the water to carry out research for weeks at a time. In 1970, an all-female group went on the sixth mission of the tectite 2, Scientists in the Sea program. Dr. Earl was asked if she would lead the mission, along with another 4 women, 3 scientists, and an engineer. She stayed in the tectite habitat for 2 weeks. During this time, Dr. Earl and the other scientists gathered and analyzed data on marine life. Let's discuss the highlighted words or the underlined words. Take part in, phrasal verb that means participate in an activity. Carry out, again, phrasal verb that means to do or complete something. Mission, noun, an important job that someone has been given, especially when they are sent to another place. Marine life has always been at the center of Dr. Earl's work, and she is highly respected for her expertise in this field. She is often asked to give talks by environmental groups about marine life, as well as her plan to create a global network of marine protected areas. What makes her extra special is that she doesn't look upon her work as a job, but as her vocation in life. Expertise, expertise, noun, special skills or knowledge in a particular subject that you learn by experience or training. Look upon something or somebody as something. It's an idiom, okay? Like when I tell you, I look upon my students as my friends. This means to consider or think of someone or something in a particular way. So I think about my students as being my friends. Vocation. Vocation, noun. A job or type of work that you feel is right for you or suitable for you. Okay, let's start with the comprehension questions on page 19. Answer the questions. How far below sea level did Dr. Earl walk when she set the world record? She was 381 meters under the sea. What did Dr. Earl's parents encourage her to do? Well, actually, they encouraged her to touch animals and insects and not to be afraid of them. What did funding enable Dr. Earl to do when she was a young woman? To study botany at university. Number 4. How many people in total went on the tectite 2 mission Dr. Earl led? 5 people went on this mission. Question number 5. What did the team in tectite habitat do? They gathered and analyzed data on marine life. Number 6. What does Dr. Earl hope to achieve in the future? She hopes to create a global network of marine protected areas. Okay, vocabulary. Find words in the article that have these meanings. These words are in the same order as they appear in the text. First one, excellent. Let's find the synonym for excellent from the text. Yes, outstanding. A funny name that is not a person's real name. Perfect. Nickname. Sums of money given to help pay for education. Excellent. Scholarship. Give most of your attention to something. Perfect. Devote. 5. Knowledge of a particular subject. Expertise. Perfect. The last one, a job or way of life suited to someone. Vocation. Vocabulary. Match. Her hat brings to. Perfect. Mind my mother. It means it reminded her with my mother. There are no current. Perfect. Vacancies, unfortunately. The boss showed me the ropes. I've enrolled on a cookery course. Please feel free to ask questions. And the last one, builders often work in dangerous conditions. Let's discuss the meaning of each and every thing in the match part. Bring to mind, to make you remember something. This music brings to mind my childhood memories, okay? Vacancy, a job that is available for someone. It's a noun. Show someone the ropes. It's an idiom that means to teach somebody how to do a job or activity. Like when I tell you, my boss showed me the ropes. Feel free to do something. It's an idiom. You can do it if you want. Feel free to help yourself to more coffee, okay? Don't feel embarrassed and don't feel shy. Conditions, noun. All the things that affect someone's life, living or working and environment. Like when I tell you he is working in very dangerous conditions. A career advisor, it's a noun. A career advisor gives information about education and work opportunities to children and youths. Okay, the phrasal verbs part. Complete the sentences with the correct form of these phrasal verbs. Sam isn't really to be a lawyer. Cut out. Perfect. We put together a list of all vacancies and posted in one on the web. Why don't you come along on our visit to the warehouse? I can't believe I get into university. He always looks upon his job as enjoyable. Let's discuss the meaning of each and every phrasal verb. Cut out, to be something, it's a phrasal verb that means to have the qualities that you need for a particular job or activities. Like when I tell you, she cuts out to be a patissier, for example. Put together, phrasal verb that means to prepare a piece of work by collecting several ideas and suggestions and organizing them. Like when I tell you it takes about 3 months to put the magazine together, putting together, okay? Come along, to arrive or appear at a place. We are going to the swimming pool. You can come along. You can come with us. Get into. A phrasal verb to start being involved in an activity that is interesting for you. She has been getting into yoga recently. She does 3 classes a week. Okay, look upon something or somebody as something. It's an idiom that means to consider or think of someone or something in a particular way. For example, I look upon my students as my friends. Okay, we have reached the end. We have reached the end of this lesson. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.